love these things because you know what they help us do? Not pass out in the shower. Deciding to sit down while I'm washing my hair has been a huge game changer. As somebody who lives with chronic pain, baby, let me tell you, trying to fight against how your body is feeling, a fool's errand. A fool's errand. Lean back, lean back, lean back to the relaxed hair day. Okay? Hey, I'm Chelsea, your care practice partner, and welcome back to Care Work with Chelsea. Today, we're talking about care work for our hair. Okay? Because if you can see, it's getting about time for me. I'm trying to see in the camera myself. I'm like, oh God, it's time. And because caring for my hair is an entire process and can take multiple hours, it's not called wash day for no reason. It's a day. I've learned that I have to do some intentional care work for my body before I get started on the care work for my hair. Otherwise, by the time the care work for my hair is done, my body is done too. And it really impacts me being able to actually do other things in my day that I need. You live and you learn. And I also am someone who lives with chronic pain. About 2 years ago, I had hip surgery, and I guess in 2018, I stopped flat ironing my hair altogether. So I have increased the texture in my hair while my pain across my body has also been increasing and my mobility has been decreasing. So lots of fun challenges that I've had to work with, and just wanted to share with y'all some of the things that I've learned so that you can bring it to your care practice routine on wash day for yourself. All right, first things first, especially for my other ADHD girlies out there, have you eaten today? Have you had food? Have you had water? Yeah, we really love these things because you know what they help us do? Not pass out in the shower. Because it takes a while and it takes a lot of energy. So we gotta be putting energy into our body beforehand. So we're ready for that. Okay. I'm gonna finish up my meal. You make sure you do the same. Do a little check-in, get a little snack, and yeah. We reppin' Clean Plate Club over here, boy! Now that we finished with our food, time for the yoga. Let's go. All right, I've got my yoga mat set up here with 2 blocks. No, you don't need a yoga mat. You don't need blocks. You can use the floor, your bed, a pillow, some rolled up blankets. There are lots of ways to bring the same kinds of accommodations into your life that are using what you already got in your house. And because we're going to be doing a lot of standing and sitting in chairs mostly today, I want to start by just grounding myself on the ground. This is honestly how I tend to start any yoga flow, any yoga practice I'm doing, by first focusing on the breath. Taking deep inhales. And deep exhales. So that means forcing out all the air that you've got. And noting, where is it that it might be hard to sit in breath right now? Bringing some small movements into your torso, your shoulders, your neck. We're using this moment to check in with our body. Take note, is there any place we may need to give a bit more support as we go on our next endeavor in doing care work on our hair? Is there maybe somewhere in this moment that we can send our breath, using our breath as energy to break through any barriers that we may be feeling in our body and tension? And what's common in my body right now is feeling tension in my right side of my torso, into my abdomen and pelvis area. And not much has changed. That is still the trend for my body right now, and where my tension or my discomfort is sitting. That means I'm going to give a little extra love, care, and understanding to those parts of my body, because they might not be feeling how I want them to feel. And as somebody who lives with chronic pain, baby, let me tell you, trying to fight against how your body is feeling, a fool's errand, a fool's errand. You have to tap into that and decide, are we going to give ourselves some more care to address this tension, pain, or are we just going to let it be how it is? All right, I'm going to move from doing seated and get into hands and knees, noting if you want to bring any additional props, additional support under your knees if you're moving into this position. And I'm going to focus on doing some pelvic swings. When I am in wash day mode, in the shower, I know that it is really easy to overextend the pelvis. Think about it. I'll stop my motions for just a moment to illustrate what I'm talking about. Think about standing up in the shower, and over time, you might start tilting your pelvis more than you otherwise would. And that sensation is like either tucking your pubic bone to your nose or pushing your tailbone to the back of your head. And this is something to have some awareness around as you're washing your hair in the shower, as you're seated, is what is my pelvis doing? Because we hold so much in our hips and pelvis, and we do so unintentionally, but holding a lot of tension here can easily create imbalance in our body. And that means it's helpful for us to have some awareness around what we're holding here, and to maybe bring some more intention in giving ourselves a release. So I'll get back on my hands and knees as I focus on releasing in my pelvis. Just doing swings back and forth as if my pelvis and my torso were a hammock. My knees and my arms are the station for the hammock. I don't actually know what that thing is called. Whatever the hammock is hanging on, maybe it's attached to some trees, maybe it's on a frame on its own. But that is the image that I want to have in my head right now. I feel for myself as I'm swinging back and forth, some of that sensation in my torso is actually changing. For me, it's relaxing. And that feels really liberating right now. And I'll invite you to continue these swings or doing some cat-cows. Those are also going to be moving your pelvis, just in a different way. And you're gonna make that decision based upon what feels better in your body right now. Yeah, I'm forcing you to make a choice. That's what we do around here. We make our own decisions. And we listen to suggestions, knowing that they're just that, suggestions, options. Now I'm moving into more of a circular motion on my hands and knees now. And continuing to focus on my breath. And just find movements here that feel freeing to you. Explore in your body for a moment. That's what we've saved this time. That's what we are intending to use this time for. Now I'd like to bring a bit more movement into the body, and I'll come up onto my hands and toes as I push myself up into a plank position, and noting just how this plank position feels. Right now, my intention is to assess how my shoulders are feeling with this amount of weight, with the weight of my body. Because today we're going to be using our shoulders a lot to do our hair. And I can feel just from being in plank for a moment and moving from side to side, allowing some movement in my body, that as I'm shifting to my right side, I feel an increase in tension on this right side of my shoulder that is not happening when I'm moving on to the left side. So that indicates to me that there might be some tension I can release or some strengthening I can do. And I'm actually going to try doing both of those things in just a moment. All right, stretching. I'm going to focus on doing release of the shoulders, both along the front side of our body in the pec region and along our side and back body where our shoulder blade sits. To work on the front of our shoulders in our pec region, I am going to extend my right arm out, extend one of my arms out, laying on my stomach, and I'm just gonna roll over onto it. For me, I also like to bring a block underneath my head and give me something to rest on. And I'm just gonna breathe. And just breathing at your own pace. Shifting to your other side, or opposite side, you're right. I'm going to do that for myself. Extending out my left arm and rolling over. Ooh, much more release in my spine. Rolling onto the side and tucking the block beneath my head to give myself a headrest. Now for me, this position is a little difficult for my right hip because this is the side where I have my hip surgery. So I'm actually going to just let this leg relax. I'm still able to get enough of stretch in my shoulder and chest without having my leg propped up. Again, focusing on the breath. Coming back, and now we'll shift to our outside, more shoulder blade stretch, using a similar setup, but this time on our backs. So I'm going to start with my right side. You can start with whichever side is most comfortable for you, extending my arm out and rolling over it. Oh, can use a block if you like. I tend to use my arm for this position because it allows me to still stay deeper in the stretch. You might also find it helpful to reach your left arm, your arm that you're not on top of, above your head to deepen the stretch. And for me in this position, I want to do the and remember what we're saying on the breath. Allowing yourself to relax deeper into any additional space that you're opening by breathing into your shoulder in this position. It's like a total change for me on the level of tension I'm feeling there. So I feel happy that I was able to identify what I needed to feel better right now. Yay! All right, gonna switch sides, going to my left arm. And I also like to roll a bit to the outside of my mat so that once I roll over onto my arm, I'm fully on the mat. Symmetry, you know. So I'm rolling over and extending my right arm. Now this side, so much easier for me. I do not have the same kind of dysfunction at all in my in my left shoulder. But because balance is important, and my awareness of pain signals sometimes being misleading, it's important to still give care to the left side of my body, to the parts of our bodies that feel good. Because who doesn't want to be told that they're already doing an amazing job? All right, now that we did that opening stretching for our shoulders, wanting to just give some more relaxation for our lower back, as we're going to be working our way into doing a lot of this, having our tailbone pushed backwards, putting a lot more pressure into our lower back. It's a natural movement to happen when you're getting fatigued. So let's plan for it. All right. Going to come again into plank. Right now, just feeling what the difference might be in your shoulders. And if there is no difference that you can feel, that is okay. That's not a problem. What that can be telling you is either there might be more spaces in your body where you can tap into sensation, or there's a different variation of movement you need to give yourself release. Both of those things are great pieces of information. And I feel for myself a huge decrease in that tension I felt as I shifted onto the right side. So for me, that's indicating I am ready to move on. All right, going to push myself back into downward dog, walking my feet up to my hands, coming into a forward fold. I gotta tuck my shirt. All right. Going back into this forward fold. Giving as generous bend in the knees as is needed to release tension in the back. And if you're not sure, try straightening your knees and then bending them again until you feel ease. Once again, focusing shins on the mat, on blocks, as we come up into a half forward fold. Feeling as if our belly button can touch our spine and our head is shooting out from our crown. Coming back down again into the forward fold. I'll do that again. Taking your time, going at your pace. Also just giving my hamstrings a little extra love here. Shifting my hips from side to side and going in some circles. Just exploring where there's space to give myself release in my body, because we're gonna be holding it in positions while we're doing our hair. Planting the hands on the shins, floor, blocks again, coming up into forward fold, finding that plank position in our upper body, engaging on each of the corners of our feet, the inside ball, the outside ball, and the heel. Inside ball is where your big toe is, outside ball is where your pinky toe is, and the heel, that's the heel. Next door to Achilles. I'd like us to bring another generous bend into the knees as we swing the arms on either side of our body, coming up into mountain pose, maybe bringing the hands to touch. Maybe a slight back bend. Opening the chest, or cactusing the arms on either side of the body. Ooh, that actually feels really good. I want to do it one more time. Go at your own pace, see what feels good for you. Bringing the hands above head to touch, and cactusing the arms. Bring a slight back bend, and maybe bring the neck, head back. That's comfortable for you. Coming back up. Okay. Actually gonna do one more bonus thing to focus on my problem area. Where is your problem area? Maybe not problem. Let's not label it as a problem. Let's label it as the area that needs some extra love. Okay. So where might you need some extra love right now? For me, that's the hips and the shoulder. So I'm gonna do two more things that support me with ease in those parts of my body before we go hop in the shower. First thing is I want to focus on a little bit of strengthening, because my right hip is still really weak after my surgery and sometimes needs some help waking up. So I'm just going to do a couple of calf raises with a weight in my hand to help me with that. This is waking up both my calf and my hip. Woo! It already feels a little bit easier to walk after doing that. Last thing I'm gonna do before hopping in the shower is 90-90s. It's called that because I have made a 90-degree angle with my front leg and a 90-degree angle with my back leg. And I'm just going to allow myself to explore moving in this position and what kind of release I can feel in my hips. Because sometimes we got some gunk up in there. At least that's what my pelvic PT called it. And something I'm learning is that it's not always a big production to get my body to start moving in a more functional way. Sometimes it's just doing really intentional movements just like this. Movements that don't take a lot of energy out of me, but really are very good at helping me energize my body. I'm wiping away the cobwebs. Do 90-90 on my other side. And it feels totally different over here. But I'm not concerned about the differences. I'm just interested in them. You might even want to make this a bit more dynamic, turning your legs like windshield wipers. This can achieve that same getting the gunk out need, just in a slightly different way. Yay! I'm glad that we did that for ourselves. And now we're gonna go actually wash our hair. Yay! All right, y'all, made it to the bathroom. We're about to get in the shower to start washing our hair, but first things first, gotta talk about my shower chair. Deciding to sit down while I'm washing my hair has been a huge game changer. Whether it be in this chair or kneeling in the shower has helped empower me to do my hair when I want to actually do it versus when I feel like I have enough energy to stand up in the shower the whole time. There is no reason. Take a seat. Take a seat. I know, one of our TikTok sounds was telling us to stand up, but it's time to sit down. Okay. Now, this is my second shower chair. I had a wood one I got in preparation for my hip surgery that just was not sturdy enough at all. And ended up grabbing this one when my grandmother came to visit me for a care work trip we planned for her. And I've just been using it ever since. Sometimes I'll also just put an extra towel under my knees and just kneel in the shower, because some things that I will note about this chair for me, the seat is pretty long. So if I want to be able to relax my back on the lovely backrest that is here, I have to put my feet up on something. And sometimes I'm just not in the mood to do all of that arranging of things. Honestly, I think that's how I'm feeling today. I think I just want to kneel in the shower. So I'm gonna grab an extra shop towel, which is just a hand towel. Use whatever you wish. I know the kneeling in the shower is something that's easier for me because I know everybody that has been in this shower at least since I've been in this apartment. And I freshly cleaned the shower because I like having a clean shower after every shower. So that's what gets me comfortable enough to be able to kneel in the shower. So maybe think about if there are some ways that you can mitigate discomfort with kneeling in the shower, if taking a seat is something that's comfortable for you. I will check back in once we get seated, because the next part, how we sit and how we take breaks while we're styling our hair, the creme de la creme, let me tell you. I already started setting up my desk, and this is the biggest thing. Oh man, my desk is adjustable. To lift it up and put it down. I was really fortunate to have access to a physical therapist who helped me with setting up my ergonomic situation for a workstation. And it just so happens that for us Black girls doing our hair, a lot of the same principles apply. I want this mirror to be directly in front of my face. I don't want to be looking down or up to try to get to the mirror. We need to have our mirror, or whatever we're looking into, up to our face. just like a computer screen, and we want to have a lot of support for our feet and our hips and our back as we're doing our hair. So that's where this lovely chair comes into play. I'll also show you what you want to be looking for to check if a chair is the proper height. The best thing we can do is give ourselves 90 degrees. I guess this is actually an extension of our 90-90s earlier today during the yoga flow. But what you can see here, actually I need to increase my height a little bit. Okay, there. So if you're looking at the screen, I've got a 90-degree angle between my calf muscle and the back of my thigh. And it's also really important that we have enough space between this crease in our knee and the back of our chair so that we're able to have enough support planting our feet down into the ground. And one thing that I'm using to help me achieve this 90-90, of course I'm able to adjust my chair, but I've also got a footrest underneath my feet. If I didn't have this footrest, I would just need to lower my chair a bit more to still get that 90-90. But because of my body proportions, it's a lot harder for me to be able to achieve that because of the way that lots of chairs are made. They are actually just way too big for me. So we're at 90 degrees. Last bit here is my back. Now we already checked that my chair was the appropriate length because I've got enough space between the back of my thigh, the back of my knee, and the chair. When we're doing that check, we want to make sure that our back is completely against the rest. All right, y'all, so that pretty much covers it in terms of all the things that I'm typically doing on a hair day to take care of my body, to make sure that I still can go have fun after I finish my hair, because oftentimes I'm doing my hair just so that I can go somewhere and look amazing. So I gotta take care of myself while I'm doing it. I've learned. It's taking time. It's okay though. And if you made it this far in the video, let me know, what is one thing from the tips and tricks I shared that you're gonna take away for your care practice, whether it is doing your hair or working at your desk or just whenever you're taking a shower. What's one way that you might be able to bring some more ease into your life from the suggestions that I shared? And if you're someone who is looking for some more tailored support to help you in creating a specialized care practice, either for your hair day or for any other goal you've got, know that I offer one-on-one care practice partner sessions so that we can do just that. Focus on how to best care for you. All right, I'll catch you next week. Take care. Bye, y'all. I forgot to say this one thing. It can be really easy to start sneaking yourself forward and leaning towards your mirror and just, you know, try giving yourself some gentle reminders. I've got the back of this seat for a reason. It's here so that I can lean on it. And that's what I'm gonna do. Lean back to the relaxed hair day. Okay.